subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Get it in. Just waiting on y'all to pile up in this room. And then we're going to get this party started, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all live? What's good with you guys? Everybody pile on in. Let's do that late night tap in, how we get down. Glad to have everybody in here. We're ready to do our thing. Hope you guys checked out all the last night's broadcast that I did, my YouTube live. A lot of good game on that, but we're waiting on everybody to pile on in the room. While you're coming on in the room, let me shout out some of the regulars that's in here. Let's give them some love, the people who are in the place on a regular basis, tuning in. Let's see. What's up, Renee? I see you down there, Renee. Let's see. We got a lot of people in real fast. We got Big Fox. We got Brother Vic. We got Zuri. We got Brother Joel. Shout out to Brother Joel. You got to come back down to the museum. We got a Retrosusci event. What's up, Court? I see you, dear. Ain't seen you in a minute, little Court. Well, you been hiding. You must have a dude, Court. I ain't seen you in a minute, beloved. Or maybe you be in here and I just don't see you. I just see you now. You might be booed up. We got Brother Maroc. We got Adonis. What's up, Adonis? Nikki the God in the building. What's up, Brother Maverick? The Maverick approach, my good brother. Oh man. And by the way, I'm in shout out to Houston. I'm in Houston right now, guys. Shout out to the lovely Houston, Texas. I am in Houston. My Houston people, let me know some good eateries. We're trying to find all the good eating spots. We were going to go to some, we just got here like earlier this evening. We were going to go to some soul food spots. A lot of the black soul food spots and barbecue spots were closed early for some reason. I don't know. But all my Houston people, let me know some brothers and sisters out here who got barbecue joints, soul food joints. Let me know what's up out here in Houston. Let me know what's some of the good spots are. We ended up going to Texas Roadhouse. We went there for dinner tonight. It was pretty good. Them Texas Roadhouse dinner rolls, them joints are on hit. Them Texas Roadhouse dinner rolls were cracking. And but I want to go to some of the good barbecue spots. So I need some good recommendations of some good barbecue joints out here in Houston. Houston is a real funny city. It's weird. It's a very interesting city. It's because you'll see on one side of the street, I didn't know y'all had deer out here. I didn't know y'all had deer out here in Houston. There's deer all over the place. And what's interesting, on one side of the street, you'll see a deer, and then on the other side, you'll see a crackhead. I'm like, damn. So it's a very interesting environment. It's a very interesting environment. But I love the vibe. The people are wonderful. A lot of hustlers out here. Brother sold me. It was a brother who was outside of the liquor store selling his own personalized air freshener. He was slanging it like it was dope. This brother was slanging for real. I'm dead ass serious. The brother was selling. He makes his own personalized air freshener. It smells good. I bought one from his ass. Hey, hold on. Hey, what's up, man? I got some work. Well, I said, no, I ain't into that. No, brother, no, you gonna like this, brother. No, you gonna like this. He's all looking around. I'm like, oh Lord, what neighborhood am I in? Check this out. Let me go to my trunk real quick and show you something, player. I said, no, I ain't. I don't really get out in that, brother. You gonna rock with this? Listen, check this out, brother. You gonna fuck with me, homie? Just fuck with me. Listen, I got that new fresh car scent cherry um, fragrance for your ride, homie. What? I'm thinking that's the name of some kind of dope they got down there. I didn't know what he was talking about. Listen, brother, I got that mango lavender. So, is that a new strain of weed in Houston? What is he talking about? I'm thinking he's talking in codes. Oh, my nigga. No, listen. Nigga, I got that Egyptian musk paprika. What? I don't really smoke. Oh, homie, no. I got that watermelon spritzer, my nigga. And then he showed me. I said, "Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, you literally got watermelon spritzer, incense, smell, oil. Some kind of oil he got. All right. I bought it from him. I bought it from the guy. So shout out to Houston. They getting their hustle on out here. And y'all got very handsome studs out here. That's another thing. Houston, there's some y'all got some big old very handsome women. A lot of handsome women out here. A stud be studding out here. You know, y'all got some y'all got some very interesting studs. So, y'all, I just seen a couple of these South Side studs. There was a stud who had on a gang of Cool Water men's cologne. I said, God damn, girl. All right, okay. You really selling the soap, aren't you? All right. But shout out to Houston. So y'all gotta let me know all the barbecue spots and the good eating spots and all the cracking spots out here in Houston. Lovely people in Houston. All right. We how many people? We got everybody in here. Everybody pile on in here. Listen, family, Kendrick Lamar. First, our brother Kendrick, first of all, shout out to him. His album, that what's it called? GNX, that album is off the damn chain. Uh, Some people were saying that it missed the deadline for Grammy eligibility. I don't know. But if that goes to the Grammys, that's gonna win album of the year. That's a phenomenal album. That new Kendrick album is phenomenal, man. I'm telling you don't skip nothing. That's one of them joints you don't skip a damn thing. That's a phenomenal album from top to bottom. Phenomenal. So I'm very proud of that, brother. And they really took their time and just really made a very classic album. That's a classic ass album. It's gonna do some for real numbers. That's gonna go at least triple platinum. That's a phenomenal album. Phenomenal album. Bangers all up and down the album. As we know, Kendrick Lamar did a diss track on Drake. Not Like Us was the song. That's going to be song of the year. I know that's going to win a Grammy. That song was everywhere. And when they perform it at the Super Bowl in a few months, that's going to be insane. When they perform that at the Super Bowl, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be a shoe in for a Grammy. But Not Like Us, that really put a hurting on Drake's career. Let's be real. Drake has not really recovered from Not Like Us, has he? And I like Drake. I like Drake. Let's be very clear. I like Drake. Drake is a phenomenal artist. That Not Like Us, that wounded him. Drake has not been able to come back. He's putting out records. A lot of people ain't really, those records that he's putting out, they ain't really catching on like that. And Drake has had a hell of a run. Drake has had a hell of a run, but yeah, the Kendrick thing really wounded him. The same way 50 wounded Ja Rule. 50 was going after Ja Rule, and that wounded Ja Rule. That messed his career up. But Drake, I guess Drake is kind of feeling the heat of what's going on, and Drake did something which was very unusual for a rap battle because of the Not Like Us song. Drake went and filed a lawsuit against his record label, well, the distributor, Universal Music Group, because they distribute him and Kendrick Lamar, which is Interscope and all those people. A lot of those people are under that Universal umbrella. So Drake is alleging that the record label artificially inflated the numbers and artificially boosted Not Like Us so that it could harm him. I'm thinking that's the reasoning. I'm thinking that he's accusing his record label of boosting up those numbers so that it can kind of put a dig in his career because I think I'm trying to really understand his logic here. I'm thinking that, from what I understand, he's in negotiation with Universal Music Group to renegotiate his contract. And what I think he's alleging is that the record label crippling him like this is being used as a little leverage to say, hey, man, you ain't really that hot. So we ain't about to give you all this other money you asking for because your new records ain't really moving like that. So we'll give you some, but not what you're asking for. So I think that's what he's trying to allege. But to me, it's just a bad look, man. You don't start filing lawsuits when folks lyrically defeat you, and they get the best of you lyrically. Hip hop is a battle, man. It gets people get into battles. That's part of the game. When you lose a battle, you don't run in to go file lawsuits. It's a new wave of cats out here. You get into a battle and then you lose the battle, then you go running filing paperwork. Dudes be doing that in real life. And dudes do that in real life, not just in the music industry, but in other entities. I've dealt with cats like that. They run and go bitch. They turn into snitch bitches, and it's a real weird vibe. But to me, that's such a bad look for a number of reasons. It looks like it looks like Drake is sour for taking an L. It just looks like a low blow. It's Karen-ish. It looked like some Karen. It it's just not a good look. If you took an L, take your L. Don't run, go file them lawsuits. That's my opinion. I would like to hear the opinion of the family. That's my opinion on it, but I would like to hear what the family has to say. Brother Maverick, let me get Maverick into place.
What up? What up? How's it going?
I'm good, Brother Maverick. How are you, sir?
Good, good. So I do have to chime in on this because I posted something and it went crazy on here. And my post says unpopular opinion. So there's a couple things. For one, we got to remember that Drake, he owns his masters,
Mm,
right? So they get real funny about that, right?
yeah.
So let's not forget that. So they gave him $400 million for a licensing deal. So he owns all his masters now. So if you forget, we've seen this movie before. Now, what other artist owned his masters and then later gets hit with pedo charges? Michael Jackson.
Mm,
So Michael Jackson in 1988.
right,
You remember he bought Sony ATV, right?
right.
So then what happens just a few years later? Now he's a pedophile. Now he has child abuse and all this other stuff. It's like, well, that's funny timing. There was none of that before, but all of a sudden now there's charges.
Mm,
And then they drag him through court. And then even if you remember the second time they hit him with the charge, the FBI gets involved and the feds have a 90% conviction rate and they found nothing.
right, right.
So that's so I'm looking at this a little weird because you have to zoom out a little bit and be like, okay, Drake's owns his masters. Then Kendrick comes out of nowhere saying, hey, you're a pedophile and everything else. If there is evidence, if there is something that really says, okay, you're a child abuser or you're a pedo, okay, you're gonna have your day in court and you're gonna go to jail. That's how it is. But to throw out these allegations is, I don't know. What do you think about that? Do you think that that's some type of tactic, or he's like really? Because all of a sudden lawsuits are cool now.
Yeah,
I'm kind of seeing that. So, what do you think is kind of happening right now?
that's interesting. That's an interesting perspective. I didn't know that he owned all of his masters like that.
Yeah, yeah, he did. So that deal he did like 2 years ago, and he owns everything outright.
Oh, wow.
So now it's getting a little shaky because every time somebody, like same thing with Sam Cooke way back in the day, if you remember, like Sam Cooke, he was, talking about owning masters and everything else, and then he gets knocked off. So
Right,
it's like
right.
every time an artist empowers themselves, you kind of have to zoom out and look at the whole picture. So I don't know. I think it might be, and then now Drake is alleging that there's bots, and they're trying to damage his career. They're trying to
Oh,
devalue
oh,
him to where they don't have to pay him money. I don't know.
oh. But that's an interesting take on that. Thank you. So let me get some more calls. Thank you so much, Brother Maverick. Let me get my brother Poetic Flacco in here real quick.
Unc, man.
What's
Hey,
how
man.
you doing, brother?
Man, listen, man. Unc, I'm great question for you, right? And then I'm gonna give like my commentary and on this Kendrick and Drake stuff, okay?
All right.
Um, can you be for the people while being used by the machine at the same time? Like, for example, right? Um, can you be working for the people while at the same time being used by the machine to go against the people?
That's kind of hard because you've had people like Booker T. Washington who white society gave him a lot of money to be like a go-between between the white community and black society, and he was like somebody that they would put out there to say, "Hey, black folks, try to don't try to own too much stuff. Just get a good job and do that." But secretly, Booker T. Washington was funding radical black groups. So there's ways, there's nuances to it. But go ahead, brother.
All right. And when Michael Jackson finessed the music industry, got his music back, and then like owned like half of Sony,
Right.
what did they do to like tear down Michael
They
Jackson?
they put false charges on him, just drug him in and out of court, and eventually put that Conrad Murray on him and got him up out of here for good.
Great, 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 great. And they put pedophilia accusations in, right?
Right, right,
And now, okay, now when Drake took 500 million from them crackers, and Drake finessed them, and you see, listen, look. So, like, here's the play, right? So Drake understood. Hey, listen, man, I got half a billion from him. Now, this is a 360, meaning like I have to recoup the 500 million, but I don't have to recoup it just off of music, right? Like the recoup comes from the concerts, the merch, et cetera, et cetera. So Drake said, listen, I'm about to go on tour. I'm about to have the biggest tour ever, right? And it grows like 350 million. Then Drake dropped 4 projects on top of going on tour. So Drake is around a time now where Drake is about to get out that deal. Now, here's the thing though. Whenever Drake is about to get out the deal, they've always been able to like renegotiate a year, like a year or um early,
right,
right?
right.
But this time around, Drake is like, listen, man, I kind of want to see what the open market feels like. So now, right, when this whole Kendrick and Drake beef started, now again, Kendrick Lamar came out the blue and dissed Drake for apparently no reason, right? Because yeah, they've been going back and forth for years, but Drake and J. Cole invited Kendrick Lamar to squash the beef, join first person shooter, and really show unity. So out the blue, he dissed Drake the second that Drake is about to get out of a $500 million deal and own his everything. And what are the things that he used to take down Drake? To pedophilia charges. So now I'm asking you, do you believe that Kendrick Lamar is working for the machine against the cause? Because the cause is use the crackers for whatever we can use them for and walk away with 500 billion and everything you own.
So again, all I know is that they were having a back and forth. Now I wasn't sure on who started the beef. For some reason, I thought Drake took shots and then Kendrick was responding.
Here, right? Here, kind of, right? So like, here, right? Okay, for example, right? Like initially, the beef started because Kendrick Lamar dropped Control. Remember when like him, Big Sean, and Jay like Electronica, right? Like dropped that song and dissed everybody. And Drake is like, hey, bruh, you my man's, you using me to, like to sell records ain't cool. And Kendrick said, bruh, I diss everybody, not just you, bro. Stop being sensitive. That started the beef. Now, they was going back and forth dissing each other. But first person shooter where like Drake and J. Cole drop a song saying, yo, we the big three. Kendrick, Cole, and Drake, right? Now, they invited Kendrick to be on that record. And Kendrick said, hell no, I'm cool. I'm not doing it with you niggas in a diss Drake, right? But cool, right? But cool past that, right? Cool, right? Past that. Now, this lawsuit. Now, don't you feel like Drake has proven right now that he's for the people? If he's suing the
Uh-oh.
corrupt practices and he's trying to now be like the whistleblower because he has benefited from the same system that has sort of made him the biggest artist in the world unfairly, right? Drake has had an unfair advantage, meaning in 2018, Drake was like the cover of every Spotify curated playlist, even outside of hip hop, right? Clearly an unfair advantage. So Drake is saying, yo, I understand the play because the play was used to benefit me, but now the play is being used to destroy me. That I'm speaking for the culture now. It's time to blow the whistle. So don't you feel like this is a noble thing he's doing?
No, no. From my perspective, it looks like he was in a rap battle, lost, and now it hurt his career. So now he has to kind of save face. That's what it looks like to me. Let,
No, wait.
opinion
No,
in
no, no,
here.
no,
Let's get
no.
opinionated top end.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, Tariq. I wanted to add, you were looking for a place to eat. I put in I don't know how to work this too well, but I'm in Houston. I've spoken to you many times before. But you can go to Burns Barbecue. That is black owned. That is on the north side. That is in Acres Homes. Burns Barbecue.
Okay, I'm going there tomorrow. Right there.
Okay. You're welcome. So let me help everyone out on here. I don't know why people comparing this situation to Michael Jackson. I disagree with this situation with Drake. How the beef started? Yes, it transpired because of that cipher that Kendrick did, but Marcellus Wiley, and I've posted all these things. Marcellus Wiley talked about, and this was back in 2012, he talked about how a particular huge celebrity, which he finally admitted when Kendrick dropped, Not Like Us, he finally admitted that it was Drake that came on his, I don't know if it was a sports channel, a national sports channel that he was hosting. Drake was a co-host on there. They were doing a live shooting, and Drake was talking hellish about Kendrick to Marcellus Wiley and whoever was co-hosting. Marcellus Wiley is from Compton, and so they kept recording. So they were like, "Okay, this is good stuff. We're gonna play this." But Drake contacted his team, and they contacted Marcellus in the network and said that um, do not play that. If they did, it was going to be repercussions. And the repercussions and the threats that were made was that following month, Drake was supposed to host the ESPY Awards, and he threatened that he would not host the ESPY Awards if they showed how greasy and grimy he was talking about Kendrick. So we're not going to sit up here and give misinformation respectfully and blame Kendrick and say Kendrick was coming at Drake. That is not true. That's misinformation. Okay.
Wait, right here, for example, right? So, I heard the Marcellus Wiley clip, right?
Yes,
But,
sir.
and it was proof. Wait, right? And it got proven that he had his dates wrong, right? Because he said, I think he said like Drake was supposed to host the
No,
ESPYS,
it was not
like,
wrong. I'm familiar.
no,
It was not wrong.
right? Because he said Drake was supposed to like host the ESPYS like a month later. Drake hosted the ESPYS in 2014. That's a year after Kendrick Lamar dropped.
You're talking about.
Uh,
We're not talking about. We've surpassed that, right? So Kendrick did the cipher, right? Where he did a rebuttal when he was talking about everybody. Drake took it personally. He did an interview with Elliot Wilson and talk down on Kendrick Lamar and act like he's a little boy. He's not above. He will never be on a level as Drake. So we're not gonna give misinformation. I'm a real hip hop head.
well, Wiley said 2012 though, but it
Well,
wasn't 2012.
I must got the
What,
date wrong. But
okay, yes.
what I'm saying is, when he was on the Marcellus Wiley sports show, he was talking real greasy about Kendrick. They were supposed to air it. Drake
Yeah.
contacted them. His team contacted them, sent threats, said he wasn't going to host the ESPYS that he was supposed to do, and they never did talk about it. They couldn't talk about it, and they never did, show that live that Drake did talking about Kendrick, where Kendrick was unaware about it. But I do think Marcellus Wiley did say that he did notify somebody that is connected to Kendrick or people that's in the neighborhood to let them know that that Drake was talking foul about Kendrick.
Okay.
Harry, you know why, right? Right, Harry, because Harry. So look, after Control, right? Drake took it very badly. Right, like he was very upset, right? Now, listen. All Drake wanted was, "Hey, bruh, mom bad. I'm sorry," but instead, Kendrick followed up the um
It's a rap battle.
um.
First of all, you are not of the
No, but
culture.
it
You
wasn't a rap
cannot make
battle though, right?
rules
Because
of a. You can
yeah,
excuse me one moment, young man. See, I'm a
but
Generation
I wasn't done
Xer,
yet though. Please,
and I'm a foundational. One
but it
moment.
wasn't a
You
battle though. They
cannot
were friends at the time
you
though.
cannot make rules of the culture of hip hop. You cannot, just because you are a high level and you have this money or whatever. You cannot make new rules, and you're not exempt from being talked about.
But it wasn't a battle. They were friends at the time. He did some. Drake said, "Hey, bro, that hurt my feelings." He said, "Nigga, I don't care."
That's not what was
And
said.
then continued to go to the BT. Wait, please, right? And then continued, went to the BT Awards, did that little cipher, and dissed Drake's album. Nothing was the same. So now Drake's like, "Nigga, you." Now it's beef,
But in the
right?
meantime, you're
So
still
like,
forgetting, or don't know, because I keep mentioning this. Drake was already talking about Kendrick. He kept talking about Kendrick. You can't keep poking the bear and expect no one to return the same energy. But I want to talk about this lawsuit because I'm familiar with it as well.
yeah.
Going on to the lawsuit. So people are misinformed. I got 20 years in the criminal justice field. So with this lawsuit, people I don't know if you read it, Tariq, or anybody, but I knew it was gonna.
Yeah, I read
I
it.
knew it was gonna come, and people keep using. I see a lot of people using the excuse, oh well, Drake is filing it with UMG because they use funds that were supposed to be for him to help Kendrick. What why, if that's the case, right? Why isn't he, what about the other artists with Universal Music?
Hmm.
And also, what people are not familiar with is, because I watched it and I posted it, and it was a reason why I post certain things. There was a whole propaganda and a narrative being pushed by DJ Academics, with saying, before this lawsuit came, and Academics was the only one doing this, saying that Kendrick was already using bots. He was the numbers were being falsified, and I want to know, why would a alleged hacker pick Academics out of other people and relay this information back in May or June, claiming that somebody from Kendrick's team contacted him and paid him allegedly $2,500 in the beginning to infiltrate the numbers of Not Like Us, and they did not give him the rest of the $5,000. And he said that somebody from Kendrick's team or management allegedly told him that he was gonna also get points from that song, and they did not, follow through, allegedly. What people need to understand is, why would Academics be running this whole campaign, doing this entire beef with pages that he owns? He owns these pages with his LLC. Why would a hacker come out of nowhere with this information and give it to Academics? And now that this lawsuit has come up, Drake's lawyer has notated in the lawsuit that this alleged hacker, in the YouTube video that this hacker was on, and has named Academics in this lawsuit.
Oh wow.
I highlighted that.
Wow.
That is very strange to me.
So yeah, this is getting a very interesting thing. It's a very interesting.
Wait, here, right? Okay, right. So look, now I am with the sister. I do believe like Della White Boy, right? And who came out. Listen, I feel like, and he was capped because he said that, and they paid him $10,000 for 30 million streams. It doesn't make sense, like whatsoever, right? Because no, right? So I believe that. But here's the most damning thing, though, that I feel like a lot of people is overlooking, though. Drake is claiming right? That Spotify and UMG had a unique contract just for Not Like Us, right? Where apparently UMG like gave Spotify like a 30% discount on UMG, and like that right there incentivized them to like push Not Like Us more, and like that right there to me is the most damning thing, because if that's true, well then that's like
Right, right. So yeah, we're gonna look into it. Now, thank you, Flacco. Let me get him. Emmanuel, hop on, Emmanuel.
Yeah, long time listening to Tariq. But listen, I just feel like Flacco and that other bull, they straight lying for Drake. They trying to clean this thing up for him. He's nothing like Michael Jackson. This dude just dissed Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? He's never claimed he's black. He's always claimed his Jewish side, which is okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But this dude, all of a sudden, now he a civil rights hero. Now he doing this to buck the system when he has done nothing but benefit from the system.
Yep.
This is all a lie. He's mad because he lost. And he's hoping, it seemed like he's hoping that this might wind up in some type of criminal charges. Because say if it was true, so that means this nigga snitching.
Mm. Mm.
You know, I'm gonna land it right there. But you mean him, Flacco, and that other dude? These dudes are lying for Drake. They trying to set the narrative, but this really could turn into some criminal charges. Cause say if it was true, that's some federal what's it called payola charges.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much. Let me get Afro a lead in, and then I get Flacco back. Afro.
Hey, what's up, Tariq?
Hey man, how are you, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna say we can go back and forth about how the beef started, but we're gonna have to be honest. Drake and Kendrick have been beefing for years. There was static before the Control verse. That's why Drake took it personally, because him and Kendrick were already having some type of issue prior to that. And they've been making shots and throwing disses at each other for years. Drake is the one who initiated this most recent beef with first person shooter. And then Kendrick came with Like That. And then Drake came with other stuff. Drake is the one who took it to a personal level when he started bringing up Kendrick's wife and everything like that. And Kendrick was trying to warn him. And then Kendrick took it to that next level. So for everybody to be all like, Kendrick dissed Drake out of nowhere. This is not out of nowhere. Drake bought it on himself because he thought he was that guy, and he was not that guy. As far as the lawsuit is concerned, this is not a defamation lawsuit. He's actually not suing Kendrick about the pedophile allegations. He's trying to sue for quote unquote bots being used and Not Like Us being artificially boosted. That's what the lawsuit is really about. And he's trying to say that the fans and everything, they really didn't like Not Like Us like that. It was just the studio who boosted it up, which there's no legitimate proof to that. Okay, and that claim doesn't make any sense. He's trying to do it because he doesn't want to end the year seeming like a loser, and it kind of really makes him seem like a loser. So everybody's coming up here making this comparison to Michael Jackson. This is nothing like Michael Jackson. Drake just can't take this loss, and he's trying to do something to clean it up by saying essentially Kendrick had an unfair advantage. Essentially, that's what he's saying.
Go ahead, Flacco.
Yo, can I ask Emmanuel or like Afro lead a question if they're still there?
Go ahead.
Right here. Do y'all believe now rather it came from Kendrick or the label or Interscope, right? Again, rather it came from UMG, Interscope, or Kendrick's actually right, like actual team, right? PG Lang, right? Do y'all believe that bots were used to enhance the plays of Not Like Us?
I personally don't believe that. In fact, the reason that I think that this is bad for Drake to do is because a lot of people allege that Drake does that. A lot of people allege that Drake used bots and certain little things to boost his algorithm up. So it's kind of like a hit dogs holler projection type thing. But I mean, that song went crazy. It was at every party. It was all over. It was super viral. I think the people really loved that song. I don't think it was bots.
No, here, right? Okay, for example, right? So the reason why Drake knows that bots were used, right, One is this: Drake has been a beneficiary of unfair buttons being pushed on his behalf. For example, in 2018, when Drake dropped Scorpion, clearly, right, the label pushed a button, right? Because Drake was on the front page of every DSP, Drake was the front page of every playlist, right? So Drake understands, yo, a button got pushed. Now, if you don't believe that bots were used, bro, then I guess I don't know, right? Because bots were like clearly used, and according to like Drake and his team, they ran kind of like a stream audit. Um, and they found reason to believe that bots were used, and they contacted UMG to say, "Hey, bruh, bots were used here. What's up?" And they said, "Hey, bro, we know nothing about this." So then Drake and his team said, "Hey, bruh, can y'all provide us the proper information that we need just to figure out who's responsible for these buttons being pushed on his behalf?" And they said, "Hey, bruh, that ain't our business." So now Drake is petitioning the court to force them to give the information, right? So that's the first thing. Second thing is this, bruh, right? Um, Regardless of how we feel about Drake, this right here is a unique opportunity, bro, for black people everywhere to say, damn. Regardless of how we feel about Kendrick and Drake, Drake is doing something that no other artist will ever have the balls to do, which is say, I'm going up against the infrastructure. Drake knows this is the end of his career. If you go up against UMG, right, to expose the exploitive practices, right, the fraud that's going on, he's gonna be a martyr. And if we understand that he's gonna be a martyr, right, for urban culture, for black people, for our music, then why is it hard for us to say, all right, bruh, these niggas be doing some fraud. Drake is trying to expose it. Let's rally behind Drake, regardless of what the beef is about. Let's rally behind this black man to make
But
sure the infrastructure is exposed.
all right, but now we're trying to kind of paint Drake as like a civil rights. He's doing this for civil rights or whatever. Now, what history does Drake have of doing anything as far as social justice for the black community? What history does Drake have of that?
I'll be real, I can't name none, but
Oh,
right. But though, this right here though, Tariq, is enough, right? Like, shouldn't we say, yo, this right here should be like, yo, bro.
oh, it ain't for us. He's not doing this for the community. He's trying to save his career. This is for him. Drake don't have a history of really stomping for the grassroots. I mean, and not that I've seen. So yeah, I'm not going to sit here and he's not going to be the Martin Luther Cream, the light skinned Martin Luther Cream. He's not going to be Talcum X. He's not going to be that. He's not about to be that. Well, we're not going to paint him as Martin Luther Cream. No, he's not the light skinned Elijah Muhammad. But our brother Mikhail just pointed out. You know what it is in this? I don't really think it was a lot of bots being used. Not Like Us was the anthem. That's the whole West Coast was singing that, man. I mean, you drive by, there's cars driving by playing that. That was everywhere. Wasn't no bots. That was real life, um, big time, major support. That was the anthem of the West Coast. You understand? To the point where it wasn't even too safe for Drake to come out to the West Coast. It was that bad. People were like, hey, this song is so hot, we better not catch Drake out here. That's why you just had somebody, this dude, Snoopy Badass, who's a blood, who made a video talking about, yeah, Drake is good. Drake can come out here. Drake can come to Compton. Drake is good out here. And people are like, why does this guy put this video out? Because some people like Whack 100 said he talked to Drake's folks and Drake ain't going to no Compton and Drake ain't doing all that. So it's a lot of weird stuff going on. It's a lot of weird stuff going on right now with this whole Drake thing. And again, um, look, the Super Bowl is coming up. The Super Bowl is coming up. And look, this man is going to have the entire world dissing Drake at the Super Bowl when he performs Not Like Us. Man's going to have the entire, we already have the whole West Coast. Listen to me. He already had the whole West Coast going in on Drake. Now the Super Bowl, this is worldwide. You know what? It's Drake is already on life alert right now. It's bad for Drake. And just imagine after the Super Bowl. So is this like a play to get like an injunction or something? What's going on? Let's get Brother McCowder to chime in on this. Brother McCowder.
Greetings, great minister. Greetings, great minister of code. How art thou?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, just if we're talking strategy, if I was Drake, and if I was Universal, uh, Super Bowl, Rock Nation, and Kendrick's camp, I would certainly be gearing up to put a lot of muscle behind that "Not Like Us" piece. I mean, it was the biggest song, literally, of what was that, 2024, 23?
24, yeah.
So, right. So Drake would have to, his people will have to get out in front to prevent that song from being played, even if it's just an accusation. A win for him would be an injunction, because if that song gets played, it's the death blow for Drake. First
Oh,
of
yeah.
all, it was the Black grassroots anthem, and we know
Yeah.
why they were dialed in. These are friends. But that's the ultimate global delineation, and it establishes, of course, Kendrick as literally the emperor of the game. And in terms of numbers and sales, forget about it. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
everyone's probably picking their Bentleys and their yachts out now. So Drake and his team would definitely be wise to try to get out in front of it and stop it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My
Thank you,
brother.
there, brother, for the opportunity to
Thank you.
speak.
Thank you so much. And yeah, and also what's going on with the Super Bowl. They were trying to get Lil Wayne. Well, they were saying that people were saying in New Orleans that they really wanted Lil Wayne to perform because it's in New Orleans, and Lil Wayne is clicked in with Drake. So it's gonna look real funny style. So it looks like they're trying to possibly get some kind of injunction against that song where they're not gonna let Kendrick perform that thing publicly like that. That's what it looks like. Like they're trying to get tied up in some kind of litigation that would prevent them from performing that song. This looks like a real desperate move. Because again, the day after the Super Bowl, that's going to be Drake's career funeral, family. Because again, Drake is already skating by on fumes right now. That track really hurt Drake. Let's get whooping feet on here.
How you doing, Tariq?
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I just came up when I was hearing Flacco talking about Drake. He trying to spin it. He talking about, oh, Drake is the first one. He's the martyr to go. Like, we just witnessed Kanye do that last year when he said, tell all the record labels pull out your contracts. Tell all the He was telling all the companies to pull out things. So Drake is not the first one to do it. It's been artists doing this for over 40 years. So stop trying to spin the narrative talking about Drake is the savior. He's the first one. He's not. That
Yo,
never happened. And then the last thing about the bots, Not Like Us got over 900 million streams right now. The best song from the beef got 200 million. So if you tell him, unless you're telling me it was 700 million bots, it don't matter if he had 10 million bots or 50 million bots. He got 900 million streams right now. So Drake best song had 200 million. So unless he had 700 million bots, which the label can't put that off, then he still lost. There's nothing you can do about it. And that's all I
oh,
gotta say.
there it is. There. What's up? Let's get Trelly, and then we're going to get my sister Brooke in the building. But Trelly, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's up? A lot of people talking about the whole situation, like comparing to Michael Jackson. That's Like basically what Drake just did, he just committed career suicide by
Yeah.
suing UMG. Cause after this, like all them pedophile allegations, the people, the women that was on TikTok telling these stories, all of that gonna come up to the limelight in the mainstream now for him just doing this. And I just want to land my plane right there.
All right, thank you so much, brother. Let's get Sister Brooke in the building.
Hello, how are you? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm feeling a little bit
You
better.
sound better. I'm glad to hear that.
Yes, ma'am. What's going
Okay. I just wanted to make 2 points. When is his name Flacco? Is that the young man's name?
Yeah.
Mr. Flacco, do you remember that right after the beef, Drake aligned himself with those white supremacist groups?
Mm.
Okay. He seems to have forgotten that, so there's no coming back from that. And then the second thing is people aren't taking into account that Kendrick had removed the copyright from his song so that everybody could play it anywhere on YouTube. We didn't have no, we didn't get no copyright strikes for it. So that was something smart that he did to up his marketing, to up his streams, to up his listening, the views or whatever you call it. You know what I mean? So that's the only the 2 points that I had to add to the conversation.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, what you could share, they made it available so that you can share, not like us, everywhere and you wouldn't get a strike. So yeah, it wasn't bots. People were just sharing it all over the place. It was everywhere. Let's get Luna. Luna in the building.
Hi, Tariq. I just want to say I respect what you're doing. I've been following you for a while since Hidden Colors, so thank you for having me on. Um, the second thing I wanted to say about the Snoopy Badass situation, which is the guy from Compton who was saying that Drake was good. I really feel like that's just like a clout chasing situation. The beef and everything, what's going on is like really hot. So I feel like a lot of people are like, okay, let me put out a video or let me say just some crazy just to kind of like get more clout off of it. Because a lot of people have accused him of like being a hood hopper and he doesn't really seem to get like a lot of respect from his peers. For him to be trying to act like he has a lot of pull in Compton to even like protect dude if he came out. So that's the first point I wanted to make. The second point was I personally don't feel like K Dot was using bots personally because I feel like he just came out with an album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Kendrick has had plenty of opportunities to use bots if that's what he wanted to do to try to further advance his career. I really just feel like, like you said, and a lot of other people said, the people are just behind him. And I feel like there's been a shift in hip hop and people just want to hear like real lyricism. I think we're just kind of tired of like hearing like the that we've been hearing. Also, I feel like Drake should be very careful with what he's doing with the suit against UMG and Spotify because we've seen what happened when Diddy did what he did to the liquor brand and how that's worked out for him. So I think he might just kind of want to chill out on that. It may not end up that fairly like for him.
That's correct. All right, thank you so much, Sister Luna, the lovely Luna in the building. Let me get my sister Nikki the God in the building. Nikki the God, hop on, dear. Waiting on Nikki the God.
Hi, Tariq. How you doing?
Good, Nikki.
Um,
Love
all
it.
right, so I'm gonna make this very quick.
Yeah.
With all due respect to both of these rappers, Kendrick Lamar is a lyrical genius, and Drake is a privileged Canadian brat. Drake represents white supremacy, while Kendrick represents foundational Black Americans and everything that we have gone through. Drake could not win a fair competition with Kendrick, so he had to use his power to attempt to put up a hurdle by filing a lawsuit. I can't respect that. What it boils down to is that Kendrick Lamar is very much in tune with the culture. Some would say that Kendrick set up a virtual trap that Drake walked right into, revealing the essence of the true Karen that lies beneath him.
Mm,
Um, with the power that we, the grassroots, have dispersed, people are thinking and listening deeper than ever and are not as impressed with studio entertainment the way they used to be. So Drake was not prepared for this. Drake is going to continue to lose respect from the people if he does not learn to handle this organically. His
Yeah,
rich white connections could not bail him out of being destroyed in one of the most powerful rap battles ever. And that's all I have. Have a good day.
thank you so much. But yeah, I don't think it was no bots, man. This was a major rap battle. When I was going on the press run for microphone check, that's what that they were asking me about the rap beef. That was just a hot topic all over the place. Everybody was talking about it. Um, Kendrick just brought some good lyricism to the game because people were tired of all of the mumble rap, and it was just refreshing to see somebody just spit that hot fire articulately without mumbling. And it was a big major beef with two major artists. So yeah, it was the perfect storm for Kendrick. And it really boosted him and it really crippled Drake. That's the long and short of it. Speaking of Musty Tether, we got Crosshairs in here. Crosshairs, what's happening?
Tariq, is that how you're going to introduce me?
Yeah, hey, you know, I
Let's start on a respectful note.
how to speak truth to powers. But how you doing? What's going on over there?
Yeah, I'm good. I just wanted to I was just thinking about it, and don't you feel like they push rap beefs and that music a lot onto the black community to keep us in like a low IQ vibrational state?
Well, no, they've been they say every music is low. They said that about jazz. They said that about rock and roll. They said about every genre we create. So
No, but I feel like music doesn't really do anything for melanated people, and I'm talking about FBAs and Africans. Do you agree or disagree with that?
no, music does.
No, it don't do nothing for us, Tariq. Think of what does it do for us?
Well, your music don't really do anything for you, but yeah,
Tariq, I said FBAs and Africans. I'm not just trying to like
right.
target just FBAs. I'm saying in general, I think that that's a problem with all melanated people. They focus on music too much, and music is doing absolutely nothing for melanated people across the globe.
For Foundation,
Yeah,
making
it's made a few individuals rich. That's it.
right, it makes a lot of millions. That creates industry in itself.
And the Jews and white Americans.
Slow down. And here you go. You're about to give props to the Jews and all that. Foundational Black Americans, what they've done in the music industry, they've created independent labels, the J Princes of the world and others, and they've fed communities. So they've done a lot with the music industry. So if I can speak for Foundational Black Americans now. Unfortunately, on your side of the tracks, y'all too many. I'm not
Why are you always trying to make it a competition, Tariq?
because you always try to yeah uh we
No, I said FBAs and Africans. I specifically,
that's different. It's different. That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't. There's no African version of like Easy or um, uh, uh,
Tariq, you're missing the point.
or Barry Gordy. That's not missing the point.
You are missing the point. I'm not talking about yes, your artists are better than ours. I'm not disputing that. I'm saying
I'm just
in
talking about, no, not just the artist, just the business acumen. How we've had so many people in foundational Black American society own labels. We own labels and we knew how to control our content, even when it was detrimental to us. Like our good brother Sam Cooke. Somebody mentioned Sam Cooke. He was owning his masters. They ended up taking him out. Sugar Hill Records, Ruthless Records, Death Row, just so many people. So we things with them. But anyway, crosshairs, yeah, because you be low key taking shots at foundational Black Americans. So I don't want to hear all that. Let's get Marcus X in the building.
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? Shit, one thing I wanted to say is I think Drake tripping because if he's willing to take down the ship, they gonna pretty much pull out that they use the same thing for him. And one thing he's not realizing is just the algorithm on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Those are the bots that he. It's not even bots. It's just the algorithm doing what the algorithm doing. That's why we listening,
Oh
or
yeah,
not even just that why we're listening. It's just why everybody is like hearing it. The algorithm go algorithm.
that's absolutely true. Yes, indeed. All right, thank you so much. All right, let's get this Dominican dude. All right, oh, he got us. This is that Dominican cat. All right, what's up, Dominican dude who tries to claim to be black too and all this stuff? What's up, man?
Yo, what's going on, bro? Nah, man, I don't know. I think this whole Drake situation is crazy, and I definitely do think that the labels try to bring down Drake just because he owns his masters, and at the end of the day, it's a whole play, right? And Kendrick did beat him for sure, but we're not gonna act like the labels don't want to bring down Drake. They're like, all right, we're not gonna eat with you. Cool, let's bring you down too. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think.
Interesting take, man. But thank you so much. Let me get Paperboy in here. Paperboy, Mr. Paperboy in the building. Paperboy, hop in. We're waiting on Paperboy. All right, Paperboy, you got 10 seconds. All right. Paperboy ain't connecting like he's supposed to connect. Let's get the Tethernator. Let's get the Tethernator in here. The Tethernator, hop in.
How you doing? I got a few things to say.
Go ahead, brother.
For one, uh, Drake is the female Kamala. He's cosplaying, and if you remember, he tried to take down Mink Mill and destroy his career.
Yeah.
Now it's happening to him, and he don't like it.
Mm, inter-
And he
interesting.
thought go ahead, I'm done.
Go ahead, brother.
Oh, I'm still here. Okay, so he thought that Kendrick was gonna be like Meek was gonna be an easy win, but he didn't know that the FBA was behind him like that, and now he wants to be black now.
Mm, mm. In-
And I'm gonna lay my plane there.
so much, brother. Let's get Burr Cop. Burcoin. Somebody look like a bear. So who is this bear person? Go ahead.
Hey, can anybody hear me?
Oh, this paper boy?
Yeah, good morning from Africa, Tariq.
Oh, what part of Africa are you from?
Nigeria.
From Nigeria? Okay. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Nothing much, man. Just pushing it up, like trying to get it started. You understand? I'm actually a music artist though, because you guys are talking about Drake and Kendrick since. So Drake, Kendrick, and Paperboy MB are all artists. Thank you.
I don't know what this dude is saying. What did this guy say?
You don't understand me?
No, you said Drake did what? What?
Who have you been talking about?
Okay, brother. I don't want to order no goosey soup or nothing right now. I don't know what you're saying.
All right. I wanted to introduce myself though.
Okay, so you're a rapper.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, so you're trying to get some clout. Okay. What kind of raps do you do? Let's give you a shot.
Hip hop, trap.
Try. Okay, give me a verse. Let me hear you spit some a cappella. Go ahead.
I don't understand. What do you want me to do, sir? You want?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah. Okay. I'm giving you. You got a platform right now. There's thousands of
Do you want
people
to give me a
listening.
bit of what? I don't understand you. What you saying, fam?
Okay. I want you to rap. Go ahead and rap.
I should.
Bust.
Okay. Nigga, okay, from nothing but you still gonna hate. I've been trying to put some food on my plate. I've been on session 8 thinking about these days. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I put my mama in my chain. I put my money in my teeth. Also trying to make something out of the streets. Nigga, you know how it goes. I've been down broke, I've been down below. Beach wine for me, slow, slow. What you tell bro, I don't wanna
Okay. I know there's a rapper called Diddy, but I didn't know there was a rapper called. I mean, you are P. That was hard.
ooh.
All right. Yeah. You better stick to driving Uber, brother. All right. That was horrible. Oh Lord, you up here trying to get clout for that? You know what I noticed? A lot of the African rappers, they always rap about food. I live in a village, no shoes on my feet. I go to the store, no food to eat. I go in the woods, I'm looking for a treat. I'm looking for something like some good bush meat. It's always rapping about trying to get some food. I spit hot fire, went to the mother. I'm waiting on some grain from Sally Struthers. It's always you're trying to get something to eat. First thing is trying to get some damn food. It's, okay, give him something to eat. They be rapping about snacks. And I got potato chips, and honey roasted peanuts. Okay.
You play, you play.